Part 2. Back to Michelle Bachman and the interview she did. And like I said, look at the video on my favorites. You'll see it. Okay? Now, she is a true American patriot. Okay? She's not a perfect woman, just like I ain't a perfect man. But she's a true American patriot that understands where this nation's headed on this train wreck. And she's crying aloud and sparing not. And yet she's deemed, when you watch the video, let me give you some conclusions I draw to based on the idiocy and the just lunatic rant, okay, that Oberman and Alter were on. Just like he's God, just like this bald-headed, half stupid idiot that Oberman's interviewing, by the way, is a paid crony, okay, is telling us, thinking that we don't know, that we don't know, we can't quote and don't understand the Constitution, telling the mass public that this is what the Constitution says, this is what Jefferson meant, this is what that meant. Well, you know what, hey, I don't buy the bull crap. Look here. I don't eat doo-doo, okay? I walk in truth and in light, in the light of God, and I want to tell you something. When they can sit there and Oberman can be paid $4 to $6 million to lie every breath he breathes, there's something wrong. There's something wrong with anyone that will believe the mass media. There's something wrong with that person, literally. But to get to my point, again, as I keep rabbit trailing, he even went to the extent to compare her with a domestic terrorist for what she said, okay? Now, she talked about a peaceful revolution. She talked about how all our money's being stole. She talked about how our children weren't going to pay for this, and I've said it over and over again before she even said it. We're not going to pay for it. Our children ain't going to pay for somebody else's stupidity, okay? It ain't going to happen. You'll see it ain't going to happen. But he said that a call to arms or whatever in the revolution is going to get every idiot in America riled up and some, going off on this, that, and the other. Well, see, he just labeled us terrorists. If you're watching this video and you believe in the Second Amendment and the First Amendment and you believe in the Constitution and the Bible, you're labeled an idiot in his eyes and you are a terrorist in his eyes. But we already know this, but I just want to let you know that you that are asleep and are not awake, mainstream news is calling us idiots, lunatics, and domestic terrorists when they are the very idiots, lunatics, and the very domestic terrorists that should be tried with treason, that should be brought up on charges and thrown in the lowest parts of every jail across America, is fact to the business. But in any event, having said all that, I want you to watch, please, and I want you to see how many rebuke Michelle Bachman on Republican or Democratic side, okay? And I want you to understand something. Everyone that has anything bad to say about the statements she made when it comes to the Constitution and Revolution, any and all people, they are your enemies if you believe the Constitution. If they come against her for what she said, they are enemies of the Constitution. You better know it. You better remember what I said. It's time to draw the line in the sand. It's time to make the distinction of who's who, okay? It's time to make that distinction. And this penny-ante garbage of, well, I'm this, but I'm that. No, you're either for the Constitution, you're for the freedom of America, glory to God, and you're for, hey, guess what? You're sick to death and tired of tax money and pensions, retirements, and all this being ripped out of the hands of the many to keep the few to be able to live their lifestyle, okay? They somehow or another think they're gods. I mean, they believe that that their seed, their bloodline is better than yours and mine. They believe that we're subhuman, okay, that we don't deserve prosperity, that we don't deserve a chance, and I'm not being a prosperity preacher by no flipping means, so don't try to label me that. But they believe that you're their slave, okay? And it's high time that other people started getting their butt in the fight and started bringing intelligence and bringing their very lifeblood and heartbeat of what they believe to the forefront. Whether it be through writing an article in the paper, whether it be through telling people the truth, whatever it may be, whatever avenues available to you, it is high time that we got off our rear ends as a nation and did something. Because I want to tell you something. Like I said, this woman, Michelle Bachman, put her life on the line to speak the truth. And if she's married, then I want to tell you what, buddy, her husband's got him a jewel and a crown for her standing up. I'm telling you right now, a Proverbs 31 type woman that ain't afraid, that is not afraid to work and fight for her nation. Now, all these other people can play their games and they can say they're for this and for that and for the Constitution, but behind the closed doors is a different friggin' story. They don't care about you and they don't care about me. And I'm beginning to get the real understanding, because watch this. A tree is known by the fruit it bears. I'm beginning to get me a real clear understanding of what we're going to have to deal with when all this comes to a head, and the type of people that we're going to have to deal with, you see. And that in and of itself is a great thing in a sense, but yet it just pisses you off, okay, to see that they want to remain asleep. But the conclusion I've drawn is you're not going to wake a lot of people up. They've gone too far and they ain't going to wake up, okay? And they're going to be a part of those that starve to death and those that don't, have no way to defend themselves when chaos breaks out. And maybe they have their reward. It's just too bad I might not be able to stand there and watch it take place. You see, well, in time you shouldn't be like that. You should pray for everybody. Well, I do pray for everybody, but there are certain people that, by gosh, they don't want to wake up and they want to attack everything that's good and decent. I left something on my channel. I'm going to leave it up there a day or two just to show you a small part of what I get daily in the vulgar, filthy, demonic, ungodly language that attacks me and attacks me and attacks me and attacks me. And you want to take time to respond to them, but here's the thing. The thing of it is, Michelle Bachman put herself out there in the forefront to tell it like it is. And even the talk show host that she was on with, I think she was on with that little Sean Hannity, that little puppet. But anyway, she put herself out there, okay? She jumped out in the midst of wolves, okay, to do what she did. Now, these people that attack other people, it's so easy. It is so easy to GDMF in time from your little computer in your mouse. It's so easy to say that you want Jesus to lick certain parts of your body and F you in time. That is so easy to do behind that screen. And you know what? But here's the thing. You're only exposing yourself for what we'll have to deal with. And these internet tough guys and all that blaspheme God and blaspheme everything that's right and good. They're the first one that's going to starve to death. And like I said, I don't wish no harm on nobody, but as they starve, they'll remember the words of American patriots. As they starve, they'll remember the words of end time saying, come to Jesus, get right, get on the right side and fight. They're going to remember it. I guarantee you, them words are going to ring in their ears and in their mind. And you know what? See, God's not mocked. When you represent God and you try to tell people about Jesus and right, God's not mocked. Whatsoever a man sows, that he'll reap. So, it's coming. It's coming. But in any event, I want you to check out Michelle Bachman, the lady from Minnesota, on my favorites, and you'll have to suffer through listening to that idiot Oberman and Jonathan Alter, both of them Democrats, anti-Second Amendment, anti-Constitution, all of it. But in any event, check that out, and may God bless you and keep you in the name of the Lord. My hat's off to you patriots that are fighting. My hat's off to you, and may God bless you.